What's up, guys? Welcome back again with another video of mine, and this time it's a new deck profile. So I'm going just straight into it this time. So I already want to tell you guys that this is for my Phantom Knights Time Thief deck. We have a bit of some small engines for now, like Black Wings or something in. Something like that. So I'm just going through it right now. So I play in this deck one Black Wing of one Oyster, one Sephiroth the lead, and one Orochi. Just only these three Black Wings in my deck for now. Just for a little bit of synergy, and with the special summoning, what they can do. For if you're the Oyster is for mid game, end game. So if one or the other two are banished, you can essentially normal summon discard and then special summon the other one. So if you do that with Sephiroth, you can then go immediately into a rank 4 XC monster. So that's mostly the point of this whole deck, just getting rank 4 or rank 3 rank 4 monsters on the field. With one exception is which is it? One exception, and that is Breaksword. Phantom Knights Breaksword. That's the only rank 3 monster there is in this deck. So onto the dangers. 2 Mothman, 1 Snack. Chupacabra is not needed in this deck. I don't really like Chupacabra at all, so Snack is just a free body. Mothman, you all know what it does. It's a dogwood dealing. Then TG. I played 4 TG cards. 2 Gears on Me and 2 Werewolves. Just because there's a little bit synergy in between them, and TG Werewolf is just nice if you are special summoning a level 4 lower monster from your hand, where you can essentially special summon it for free. So it's why I play these, just for free summoning essentially. Phantom Knights, 2 Ancient Cloak, 1 Cloven Helm, 1 Erect Gloves, and 2 Sun Boots. Why this setup is because Sun Boots and Ancient Cloak are the best. Erect Gloves is just nice to have because of its attack game for XC monsters, which are XC summoned. And Cloven Helm just for its effect, essentially, not only for its attack. That's not essentially the reason why I play Cloven Helm. It's mostly because of its second ability, ability in the grave, which is why I think it's just nice to have. It's not the best, I know that, but it's nice to have. Then the Time Thieves. You also 1 Vessel Sub, 1 Chrono Quarter, 1 Regulator, just for the machines and for the effects in the graves for all of them. And if you open with a Regulator, you essentially have just an XC summon for Time Thief 1 or every other rank 4 monster. And 3 Winders. Winder is the best starter in the Time Thief archetype, just for overall. And you can summon its special summon it from your hand if you detach a material from a XC monster. So I think it's very nice to have. It's mostly built for special summoning. So on to some support Armageddon Knights, just to get your dark monsters into the grave, which is most of the time almost any other cards in this deck. Whichever you need when you normal or special summon it. It's not even a hard once per turn or a soft once per turn, so it doesn't matter how many times you summon it, you always get its effect off, if it gets off. 1 Raiden. Raiden is only for in here as a light monster, not only as a light monster, but it's the why Raiden is in here mostly for the sort of foolish burial effect, because there are still monsters or cards that really want to be in a grave. Like most of the Time Thief machine monsters, they really like to be in a graveyard and essentially special themselves if something happens with an XC monster or a Time Thief XC monster. So it's that's why the reason for Raiden. For two small little hand traps, and yeah, I call them both. Now, one of them is just a hand trap, and one is a sort of hand trap, I guess. And that is Diddy Crow, just always nice. And this little card here, Jurago Ghetto. It's a nice battle step hand trap. I really like it. I think it's nice in this deck. It feels nice in this deck. I didn't get a playtest for this deck because I assembled it just before I just built this deck right before the recording of this episode of this video. But I've played it online and it played nice. It played really nicely. So that's it for monsters. There are a bunch of monsters in this deck. I also need to say it's a 45 card deck, not a 40 or 41, 42 card. No, 45, because the monsters are really needed for all the XC summoning that you want to do, maybe with rank 4s. There are also tuners like Raiden, so you can also put some synchros in this deck, which I have done. But onto the spells. One, burial from a different dimension, mostly because you banish stuff to go into other places, like most of the time with your Phantom Knight. So in that way, burial from a different dimension is really neat. It's not a niche card, but it's just neat. It's just a neat card. Dark Corruption, mostly because of most of the dark monsters that you have in this whole deck have 1500 or less attack, so you can essentially get them back from your graveyard to your hands, which is always a bit supporting, I will say. Because of Raiden, I still play a Foolish Burial just for the sending of dark monsters. It's just nice to have. Then, just one Night Beam. I know this deck doesn't really have a lot of spot removal, so Night Beam is just nice to have, and your opponent just cannot activate the card that it wants to destroy. So it's just nice. Monster Reborn, of course. There are some worries like Raiden or Armageddon Knights. So also one Rotate, one, duh. Two, the Phantom Knights rank up magic launch, because you can go from your rank 3 XC to one of your rank 4 XCs with magic launch, or you can go into a rank 5 if you want. So it's nice. Because of play of certain decks, there is I play Dimensional Barrier. The Dimensional Barrier is mostly for Venom decks, but it can also be used against other type of decks that you play against. So yeah, just use it. And of course, the free Fog Blades. Fog Blade is always on free. Fog Blade needs to be played on free. To support more of the Phantom Knights, there's also a sword and a wing for the attack gaining and non-destruction. For the non-destruct effects, you can banish it to special summon level, to special summon the Phantom Knights monster for all 3 different cards, which is always nice, like for your XCs or the main deck cards. And then for the last 3 cards in this deck, main deck, for the Time Thieves, there's one Retrograde, and Negate and Attach. Spell / trap. Okay, only for spell and trap cards. There is still some negation. So Retrograde for your Time Thief cards, and Flyback because flyback. Those two. And a real handy card which can be very useful with your dangers in this deck is Ultimate Providence. Because if your opponent activates a monster effect, of a monster effect that is activated, you can discard one of your dangers and negate and destroy that card. So, plus you can get the effect of any of your dangers with it. So if it's Mothman, then you have a Darkwood Dealing, or if it's your Tsushinoko, you can special summon it for free during your opponent's turn. So you can get a body out on the field if you need it. So that's the main deck. Nope. Second card. Onto the extra deck. For synchros, I just play 3 right now, and that is Black Rose Dragon, Signal Warrior, because I didn't have any other cards for Signal Warrior, and a Stardust Dragon. Black Rose Dragon, you know all what it does. Stardust Dragon is self-explanatory. Signal Warrior is just I had 1 space left in my extra deck, and I wanted to fill it completely up. So Signal Warrior is just in case, and just just a placeholder. Just a placeholder. For the Xyz, there is 2 Phantom Breaksword, 1 Kenagor, if I can speak it right, Cairn Gorgon, the Eminence Knights, just for redirecting of one of your opponent's card effects, which can only target 1 specific card. So it's nice, just nice. You can essentially get rid of one of your opponent's monsters instead, or one of your opponent's back row with Gorgon. Of course, the Dark Rebellion, the Steel Swan Roach, the Time Thief Redoer. I don't have the other Time Thief XC monster, which I really want and really need for this deck. That's mostly it for the Time Thief. Steel Swan Roach is just a level 5 or higher negation, special negation, 2 for 2 times. So it's just handy and need to have. I say that almost with every card that I play, but Steel Swan Roach is just really nice. Dark Rebellion XC Dragon speaks for itself, which is also the reason for Dark Requiem XC Dragon. Because with Ranked Magic Wands, these 2 are just good. Just good. 1 Gravity Controller because of the Xyz and the synchros. Like Signal Warrior, you can go straight in. For example, you can go straight into a Signal Warrior and go and get rid of it for your Gravity Controller. 1 Link Rebel because there are some level 1 monsters in this deck, so just yeah, Link Rebel. It's Link Rebel. Why do I need to say something about it? 1 Akashic Magician for some extension, I will say, or just for some for some search options, and the graveyard setup. Witch Apprentice, just for all your dark monsters, giving all your dark monsters a boost of 500 attack and defense. Yeah. So Raiden instead loses 400 attack and defense, but that doesn't really matter because Raiden isn't. Raiden is nice, but you only play it for its foolish burial like effects. And 1 Overhauled Dragon because you can go straight into it if you have the right materials, and if you just made up a board in 1 turn with only your main deck. So a Overhauled is just crazy. That's it for the extra deck. There are just 3 cards which I for now have in my side deck, with 1 being a Synchro Monster and 2 back row, and that is the Phantom Knights of Mistclaw. I play this because of the reason it can special summon one of your banished level Come on. Okay. So this class, it's when you can activate it during your opponent's turn, of course. And when you activate it, you can target one of your banished Red Knight monsters and add it to your hands. So that's just on activation card. So flip it, activate. But it has also a second effect of when your opponent declares direct attack, which when your opponent does directly attack, you can target one of your level 4 lower Phantom Knight monsters in your graveyard, special summon that monster, and special summon this card also if you do that. So you get 2 bodies. It's really nice. And when you do that, this card becomes a normal monster. And it's not treated as a trap card, so it's just for extra body. And if your opponent can do anything else to get rid of this card, you can essentially go into and when it's your turn, you can essentially go to one of your level 3 place, rank 3 place. So it's nice, or just your synchro place. Just so it's just nice to have. Then one Ghost match. Ghost match. You play mostly dark, so Ghost match is just nice. You can for example try this side deck this card in for your Raiden, so you don't have to so you don't need to how do I say it, lock you out of your Raiden. So it's just nice. One TG Star Guardian, because of the extra deck this card, you play TG cards, otherwise you can make it. But because of its level, like level 5, it's not the best level for this deck at all. But if you play Crystal Hockey Vibrex or Needle Viper, or however you want to call it, you can special summon this card essentially during your opponent's turn, and after that you can synchro summon using this card with one of your other cards to get one of your other synchro monsters, like Black Rose Dragon or something. So it's just neat and nice to have, and it's 5. So if you have a level 3 monster on your field during your opponent's turn, you can literally go into your what was it? I had it into your Signal Warrior. No. Into your Stardust Dragon. Sorry, my bad. Because Stardust Dragon is level 8, and this card is level 5. You can essentially go into that. And that's it for the whole deck profile. I hope you like it with the side deck, extra deck, and main deck. So this is just build for Time Thief and for Knights with a mix of other small engines, I would say, which can do pretty weird things if you think about it. And I just like how this plays. It's one of my favorite archetypes, like Time Thieves and Phantom Knights. I just like the idea about those cards, and it's a little bit of the lore behind all of the artwork. I just really love it, but it's not as high on my list. It's not my top 1 favorite deck in whole Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. Because if you want to know, that's the zombies. Just zombies overall is my favorite archetype. Not only archetype, I just call it an archetype because it's just all zombie cards can be seen as one big lovely archetype, and I really like it. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, and if you want to see more content like this video, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.